Brenda J. Lilly here from Creative Consultations. I just wanted to put out a small disclaimer before we launch into today's video that says I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm just here to engage, to encourage, and hopefully empower other artists to go out and live their art dream. So here we go. Enjoy the video. Well, good Monday morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, the 9th of December. Can you even believe time is marching so fast? Well, I hope you liked today's video. If you do, please subscribe to the channel, like and share it with everyone you know so that we can keep on encouraging each other to become who we were created to be. Thanks so much for listening and onward to the video. I'll see you on the flip side. Well, good Monday morning, everybody. Brenda J. Lilly here with my little pink cup of coffee, and I am ready to rock and roll. So, here we go. 2 weeks ago, I talked about how every human being needs to be seen, needs to be heard, and needs to be celebrated. Last week, I unpacked the idea of celebration. This week, I want to dip our toe in the water of the idea of the importance of community. And I brought up community in the celebration video, but I didn't touch on it much. And I think moving forward in today's world and societies, building strong communities is going to be imperative. And so that's why I want to talk about it, because I think it's really important. You know, back in the day, before World War II, perhaps, communities were the thing that helped us survive and thrive, right? We would surround each other and our towns and our small cities, even in the cities, our neighborhoods would be almost like a family, an extended family unit, right? I'm from a very small town in America, and when I was young, it was like everybody knew everybody. Now, that's not really so now, although because society has shifted away from this idea of knowing, of being in community. And for decades in my town, it was like, I mean, when I was a little kid, there were so many things that pulled the community together, that brought people out of their homes and their houses and brought them together. And then as I got into my 20s and 30s and 40s, that sort of shifted. And so for at least 30 years in my hometown, it became like a wasteland of community in some way, shape, or form. And it didn't mean that there weren't people who knew each other, or there weren't pockets of thought about how to build our community back. But everybody was pushing so hard on their individual needs and goals and purposes that the idea of coming together, of being a part of something other than what they wanted for themselves and perhaps their families, went the way of the dodo. And I thought, for a while, I thought that was just my town dying. And then I realized, as I went out into the world and I actually moved across the pond to a whole other country and continent, that it wasn't just my town. That this individualistic ideal, me, I'm on fire, put me out, had sort of seeped its way into so many societies, into so many towns, into so many thought processes. And it goes beyond just what I want when I want it, which is sort of a bit selfish, but you can understand it if you're building your career or whatever. But it goes beyond that. There's a thought process of I should be able to handle everything that comes my way by myself. And then I saw it seep into families where young parents thought that they should be able to handle their families without any extended family. Like they should be able to raise their children on their own. And I remember back in the day, like, you know, I think it was Hillary Clinton who said it takes a village, right? And I mean, it sort of became a cliche. It takes a village to raise a kid, but it's true. I mean, it takes more than you to raise your family. You need people to babysit. You need people, you need doctors, sometimes you need specialists, grandparents, aunts, uncles. These people are important in the lives of a family. So when we look at that, just that thought process, where families became so insular and so insulated that they became their own little quote unquote tribe, and and they didn't reach out for help. And then you look at what's happened to those kids and those parents, like they don't know how to ask for help when help is necessary, and help is beyond the people who are in their lives, their mom, their dad, their sister, their brothers. Like they can't even ask their grandparents because they don't know how, and they've been taught they shouldn't ask because they should be able to handle it themselves. And to ask for help is a burden on society. Now look, back in the day when community was tight and there was an extended community all around you and everyone knew your name. I mean, wasn't that the theme song to Cheers, right? I want to go where everyone knows my name. That was a lyric in the opening song. Um, I know that sounds like torture to some of us who are more introverted by nature than others, but the truth is we need community. The truth is community is vitally important to survival. Even now, back in the day, it was an imperative, right? Um, and everybody in the society had a role, a job, a position to fill, whether that was you go get the water, you make the meals, you go and do the hunting, you protect, whatever the jobs were, there was someone in the community who filled the job, and they were needed and necessary. And that community survived because everyone pitched in and helped. Everyone made sure that everyone had what they needed. That's not idealistic. That's understanding that we're not meant to do this thing called life as an island unto ourselves. We are supposed to be in community with one another. It's vitally important. We are supposed to feel safe enough to share our needs with our community. Does that mean you share it with the world out on Facebook? No, not necessarily. But to share it with your community, the people who know you, the people who care for you, the people who want to help you and are there to serve you, just like you are there, you care for them and you're there to serve them. See, it's reciprocal. It's a circle of life, to quote Disney. Um, And I think we need to get back to it in a much more vital way, because life is not getting easier. This world continually dips its toe into the realm of chaos. And the more that happens, the more communities are going to need to almost circle the wagons around their people to make sure we take care of each other, we take care of those needs, and that our community has what it needs. It doesn't mean we become like backstabbing evil people and we don't welcome people in, and we don't work with other communities. Of course not. Communities don't survive if they insulate so hardcore. We need the outside world to come in to keep us vital, to keep us connected to the world around us. That's just a bigger part of the community. But each and every one of us live in a pocket of our community, and we need to make sure that pocket doesn't have any holes in it and it is sewn up, and that we take care of each other, that nobody falls through the cracks. Nobody doesn't have what they need if they make their needs known. I can't fix and change the world. I can't fix and change everybody. I can't fix and change anybody except for myself. But I can bring what I have to offer to my community, to help, to serve, to caretake, and to love. And that's what communities are for. Communities give us a sense of purpose. Communities give us a sense of hope. Communities give us a sense of joy, of love, companionship, fellowship, understanding. Communities become extended families. They become families not by birth, but by choice. And that's almost more powerful because you choose these people. You choose to serve them. You choose to help them. You choose to love them. And that's a powerful, powerful thing indeed. And in this time where we know our government's not going to take care of us, who's left? We are. Our communities. So, if you have pushed yourself out and you've become an island, if you're an introvert by nature, trust me, there are introverts in every society, as there are extroverts. You will be honored, you will be respected, and you will be a very needed member of your community. You just have to find your place, and you have to find your community. So I think it's a vitally important thing that we need to start. If we haven't already, we need to start creating. Yeah, that's what I have for us today. I love you all. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Hey, thank you so much for watching our video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, subscribe. What are you waiting for? All right. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye.